So till now in hypothesis, we have discussed a lot of things. We started with identifying which tail test is going to be, whether it's going to be right tail, left tail, or the two tail test. Then we talked about the Z test, how to calculate the Z statistic value and compare it to the Z critical value. Then we talked about when to use Z test and when to use T test. And in the last video, we talked about how to use the T statistic value and compare to the T critical value to see whether we want to retain or reject null hypothesis. Now, out of all these concepts, there are three very important concepts which we want to make sure that we understand it properly. Number one, identify the tail कि वो right tail test है, left tail test है या two tail test है. The number two is identify the hypothesis statement. अगर आपने वो गलत statement identify किया तो आपकी whole analysis will be wrong. And then third, which test to use, whether you want to use the Z test or the T test. अगर इन तीनों में से कोई एक भी चीज़ गलत होता है तो आपके analysis जो है properly वो खराब हो जाएगी. Calculation part is very simple. If you know the formula, if you have the values, you can easily calculate the Z statistic and the critical values or T statistic or critical values, and then you can compare everything. But अगर आपके तीनों चीज़ों में से एक भी चीज़ गलत होगी, your analysis will be wrong. Now what I am expecting from this video is I'm going to show you three different scenarios. I want you to pause the video after reading each scenario and answer three things. Number one, hypothesis statement क्या होगा, that is null and alternative. Test कौन सा लगेगा, Z test या T test, and tail किस side आएगी, left tail है, right tail है या two tail है. If you are able to identify these three things correctly for all the scenarios, then your hypothesis fundamentals are rock solid. So let's start with the scenario number one. Scenario number one says a national logistic company guarantees that their trucks will arrive in less than 48 hours. You sample 100 recent deliveries to verify their guarantee is true or not. Now this is the statement, this claim is being made by the logistic company. Now I want you to pause the video right now and answer these three things. I hope ये आपने scenario properly solve कर लिया होगा. Let's check it out whether you did it correct or not. Let's start with the null and the alternative statements. So here is my null statement in the alternative. The company is guaranteeing that they will arrive in less than 48 hours. This is what company is guaranteeing, and whatever company guarantees comes inside the null hypothesis. So less than equals to 48 hours, and my alternative would be mu is greater than 48. So these are the hypothesis statement, the null and the alternative. I hope you did it correct. Second, we want to identify which tail test it is. हमें पता है कि ऑल्टरनेटिव स्टेटमेंट के अंदर जो भी साइन रहता है, जिस साइड पॉइंट करता है साइन, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी टेल टेस्ट. इट्स पॉइंटिंग टुवर्ड्स द राइट साइड. सो मेरा टेल टेस्ट वुड बी ऑन द राइट साइड, दैट इज द रिजेक्शन एरिया विल बी ऑन द राइट साइड. सो इट्स माई राइट टेल टेस्ट. दिस इज माई राइट टेल टेस्ट. So two things are done, the hypothesis statement and the tail test. And last, whether it's a Z test or a T test, since my sample size is 100, this is that n is greater than 30. When this happens, then we always use the Z test. So three things. This is hypothesis statement. Second, it's a right tail test. And third, that we are going to apply the Z test on it. I hope you were able to give the correct answers for this scenario properly. Now let's move to scenario number two. It says an electronic startup claims that their new drone battery lasts exactly 60 minutes. You buy a sample of 12 drones and test them to check if that claim holds up. I hope you were able to give the answers properly. Let's check it out. Number one is we want to calculate, we want to see what my alternative and null hypothesis statement is going to be. If you read the statements properly, there is one keyword here, that is the exactly word, which is here. Whenever we see the word exactly, it's very simple. It's going to be a two-tailed test. So my null hypothesis is going to be mu is equal to 60 minutes, and my alternative would be mu is not equal to 60 minutes. Equal symbol always goes into the null hypothesis. So I hope this statement was correct. Second, क्योंकि हमारा यहाँ पे नल हाइपोथेसिस का साइन इक्वल है एंड दिस इज अ टू टेल टेस्ट, तो हमारा रिजेक्शन एरिया जो होगा वो दोनों साइड आएगा. सो इट्स गोइंग टू बी माई टू टेल टेस्ट. एंड नंबर थ्री, वी वांट टू आइडेंटिफाई वेदर इट्स अ जी टेस्ट और टी टेस्ट. क्योंकि हमारे सैम्पल साइज n इज लेस देन 30, सो इट्स गोइंग टू बी माई टी टेस्ट. So number one, these are my hypothesis statements. Number two, it's a two-tailed test, and number three, that it's going to be a T test because my n is less than 30. I hope you were able to give all the three answers properly. Let's move to scenario number three. Now it says the VP of marketing claims that a new social media strategy increases sales by at least 15%. You audited 40 different campaigns to see if she is exaggerating. Now again, pause the video for a few seconds and check and see whether you are able to give the three things properly or not. I hope you were able to list out all the three things properly. Let's check it out. Number one is we want to create the null and the alternative hypothesis. The VP of marketing claims that a new social media marketing strategy increases sales by at least 15%. Again, the company is claiming this thing increases at least by 15%. It means they are imagine कि इससे ज़्यादा ही होगा वो. तो my alternative would be mu is less than 15%. Then if you check this statement, this is pointing towards the left side, so it's going to be my left tail test. So this is where my rejection area is going to be. And third, since n is greater than 30, then my test is going to be z test. So number one, my hypothesis statements. Number two, the tail test, it's my left tail test. And number three, that we are going to use a z test because n is greater than 30. I hope you were able to solve all the three scenarios properly without any problem. In the next video, we are going to take this thing a little bit notch up, and we are going to see how to calculate the p-values inside the Excel for the z test.